G'day and welcome back to the shed. My name's Mark. Well, we're back on the lathe for a bit of work and a couple of little adjustments and additions to the lathe. And that's this piece of steel right here I've made as a mounting post to mount the camera on, and especially the phone, which I do use a lot to video my stuff with. I've taken part of the Joby tripod and mounted it on here. I did have the unsteady cam mounted on here, but unfortunately I just couldn't get enough tilt downwards as much as I like. With this I can put it in any position and hopefully get some better shots than what I've had previously. But it also gives me another angle in terms of when I'm on the lathe here. I've still got the other camera right there that I use for the live streams. So anyway, we're going to set this up and I'm going to put the 3-jaw chuck back on the lathe, and we're going to do a little bit of machining with a new tool. Right, back soon. Righto, I'll just grab the 3-jaw chuck out of the cupboard here down below. Like so, that's the back side of it, but you really don't see this. And I'll just get the blowgun and blow this out. Make sure these faces are clean here. This here is a tapered face, and that's tapered as well. And these are the cam locks that when I swing it around like so and mount it in, that's what, and then I lock it in place with the cam lock. There's 3 on this particular lathe, and that's what holds it in place and keeps it accurate against the faces. Right, that's done. And we'll grab a piece of material and we'll give this new tool a run. Our new tool for the lathe is this round button tool. This tip is about 10 millimeters in diameter, so 5 millimeter radius. It comes in various sizes. This is an SR. Hang on, let's get that right. SRD PN 1616 H10. There's a few other numbers there, but just the 16 by 16 is the shank size, and obviously the 10 is the diameter of the tool. Now, it did come with a pack of tips. I brought it off, I think it was Temu, Banggood, Alibaba, one of them. You can use it for machining and facing and whatever other various ways you can come up with. Right, I'm going to chuck it in this tool holder. Now this is a parting blade which I've broken at some stage. Now let's get the right thing and we'll get that out of there. Wrong one, I've got the wrong one. The right Allen key. You'd think I'd be organised, professional as I am. And I probably need to order a few more things off one of those tool sites to get me out of trouble. Right, that's going to fit in there nicely. We'll open that right up and we'll give it a wipe out, which you probably can't see me doing right now because it's away. So we'll zoom right out here. There we go. And as you can see, I'm just getting this set up so we can get it in place. And of course we'll have to make sure it's on height, and I'll use the same principle as I always do. I'm not going to have a lot of stick out in terms of the tool from the tool holder. That's about 20 millimeters, and that's more than enough. Should I need to stick it out any further or hang it out any further, whatever method you want to use, you only increase your chances of more vibration. And you've seen before that this particular lathe and these small ones do have a problem with vibration, and a lot of people have addressed that with various modifications and taken the tool post off and changed everything. I have thought about doing that, but once again, I just don't use this lathe enough to warrant that. I've got material in hand should I need to do anything drastic like that. Right, so I'll just turn this around here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ruler in against the piece of material I have in here, or the piece of stock, and I'll just wind this in. Now hopefully you guys are seeing that, and we're a little bit too high if anything, so I need to come down, unlock the locking nut on the tool here, and it is raining, you may have heard that before, and that way I'll knock that off, lower that down until I get the desired height. This is just one method of centering your tooling on, getting your tooling on height, and it's still quite a bit above. The other way is to take a facing cut, and if you leave a bit of a lump here in the center, you can tell whether you're undersize or you're over center. And we'll do both methods. That's looking pretty good. We'll give that a run. Now this is the material in there at the moment is that plastic we were using the other day for the job we did for Mrs. Shed Talk and her wheels on one of her craft trolleys. That's a bit better. I've zoomed in. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to crash in here. We're going to get a bit close, and we'll give it a spin. We'll turn the automatic feed off, and we'll just take a facing cut with the lathe. This stuff machines really well. And as you can see, the problem I'm facing now, or maybe you can't, the tool is actually hitting the material here. So one way to get around that is I'll just angle my tool around a bit further, and just like so, undo the locking nut. There you go, just like that, and that should give me plenty of clearance. I have seen other button tools that don't have it centered like it is. It's more off to one side. I may get one of those in the future. Now that's left a little bit of a knob there. I could be a fraction under. I can easily just adjust that, not by much, and we'll lock that up there. And I may have to get a different piece of material and give it a go, because I want to make sure that we don't run into the... Oh yeah, we can go in a fair way. So this tool would be ideal if you want a nice big radius after you've cut in, like I'll show you here. Right, we'll just get all of that out of the way and we'll zoom in. Come on, there you go, and we'll get a bit closer. If you probably can't see that there, but I'll take another cut. 2 or 3 mil depth of cut here. And You should be able to see that radius in the camera, and we'll go in even further. There you go, you can see that radius in there where my finger is. It's really nice, smooth radius. Like I said, it'd be ideal if you're machining a shaft and you don't want a sharp corner. You want that nice, even radius on a shoulder. And I'm really impressed with that. The tool obviously does what it needs to do. I don't have any other, I do have other stuff I can try. Let's try a bit of bronze I've got sitting over there. Just before we put that other bit of bronze in, you can see that nice radius there. Now this is a piece of bronze I had sitting in the drawer. We'll take a cut with that. Just a nice facing cut. Machining really nicely actually. Not a problem at all. Come out, we'll take a cut across the face here. Not the face, but the outside diameter. I'm just doing this all by hand at the moment. And that's a little bit tough. So I feel I'm a little bit above center. Just doesn't want to machine as freely as I'd thought. So I'll just drop that down and see how that goes. Righto, we've zoomed right in here and we'll take another cut just to show you. It's coming off really nice. And you can see we're just getting a really nice radius at the end. Now, as always, take a lathe file and take the burr off. But that's a really nice radius there. Even though you can see chatter marks, that's probably just a reflection of light. There's no actual chatter marks in the material or while I was machining. I did have to adjust the height of the tool. I'll just take one little cut off the OD there. And there you have it. Given a really nice finish and bloody great, bloody good tool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and just before we go, sticker swap. If you want to do a sticker swap with me, reach out to me like I've done here with Rusty Inventions on YouTube. Go hit him up, give him a look. He should be receiving his sticker from me very shortly. Right, one last thing before I go. If you don't mind, please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Thanks for watching. We go live on a Thursday night from the shed here. You can see what's going on, and we'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye for now.